So, don't make all those plans without me. We'll be back before too long.
I can tell you at the outset, all of us have the utmost respect for Mr. Musk, and obviously respect and admiration for our President of the United States, Donald Trump.
Oh, so their arms are able to float freely.
400 meters.
Stand by for splashdown.
Splashdown, Crew 9, back on Earth.
And splashdown.
Oh, thank
back on Earth.
God! Today's March 20th, 2025. Canada, baby. City weather report for your first day of spring, okay? Temperatures are supposed to be, hovering around the normal. It's going to be double digits. Some days are going to be cooler than others, but every other day looks like sun, and the days in between every other days look to be a mixed bag, okay? Today, showers and winds are expected, okay? Tent City weather report. It's 8:45 a.m. Eastern time, and I got to do, okay? Quick, and I'm going to go over my chicken scratch note. You saw right there, okay? That was me pretending to be the astronauts that were up in space for 9 months, okay? And you're Donald Trump, he's only been president since January 20th. Oh, okay, I didn't know they were lost in space until somebody pointed it out for me, and I said, are you kidding me? No, you're in me, okay? Because I watch the news like a son of a gun, okay? And I missed that, okay? So why wasn't that on CTV, Global News, CBC, right? How much the media goes on about Donald Trump, okay? All right, you think they would have been talking about that, right? Because if Kamala had got in and not Donald Trump, those guys still be in space and nobody know, right, guys? I tell you, I will not go to space in my lifetime. I don't even want to go downtown, okay? I don't even want to get out of the car. Donald Trump for getting those guys out of space, right? And they look, like I said, must have been in good space. They appeared to be in good space if you watch the videos, right, guys? Carney, our unelected prime minister, got in, okay? And just a few minutes ago, I reshared Michelle Ferrari's video, okay, of a breakdown of the Mark Carney bull. And that video I just posted, so make sure you're liking and following both on Facebook and YouTube, okay? Because what I do on one, I don't do on the other, okay? At least on YouTube, you get the funny little shorts I do, and then when you go on Facebook, you get to see all this bull videos I post that the news isn't reporting, okay, guys? This video, okay, Michelle Ferrari said that Uncle Scar, okay, alright, I'm going with the Disney characters, okay, guys? The villains of Canada, okay? Mark Carney is expected to call an election on Sunday, and if he gets re-elected, he doesn't have to disclose any of his assets, okay? Guy's got 3 passports. The old company that he has does wind turbines, all your solar energy, okay? And Mark Carney has got oil and gas over in Brazil, and he's not using our minerals and resources, okay, guys? I don't look that up, okay? Why is Mark Carney going over to Brazil to get his oil and gas? Donald Trump came out yesterday, or whatever day it was, and he had said that he hoped Carney got in because the Liberals would be easier to beat. Because Donald Trump knows that Carney is shady AF, okay, guys? Get in the news, and you guys know this, and Michelle Ferrari gave, kudos to a couple of the reporters, Rosemary and Stephanie from CBC, I think, the one where Mark Carney the other day, didn't want to have to answer where his assets were, and he said, look inside yourself, Rosemary. Well, let's look inside Mark Carney freaking bank accounts. Was hanging out with Epstein's wife, House of Commons. Well, that's shut down too, right, guys? We have no government, okay? The writing on the wall says dictator. A blower, okay? And when you're talking to someone, you be confident. Say, I'm voting Pierre Poilievre because I'm bringing this home, baby. Talk on the phone anymore, but get on the phone and start calling Uncle Joe, Aunt Mary, and tell them that the news that they're watching is not right, and they're mind the seniors. And, while we're on that, okay, Doug Ford comes out and he's shuffling his cabinet. And every level of government, because Trudeau did it, shuffled their cabinet. How about you get that education minister actually working there, Dougie? Youth crime is on the increase, and, you can see that. It's quite evident, okay? Kids are bringing guns to school, Dougie. Kids need to start being suspended, sent home, mom and dad's problem, teachers aren't babysitters, okay? And start that in kindergarten. We ain't no poker game, guys. We ain't no poker game, okay? Shuffle around, okay? And it's just the same, different pile. Stay true. Get to talking. Really get to talk.